Harvey B. Gantt, Clemson's first African American student, was born and raised in Charleston, South Carolina. He graduated from Burke High School in 1961, finishing second in his class. After high school, Gantt attended the out-of-state Iowa State University. After a year there, he applied to Clemson University, an in-state school in his home state of South Carolina. Unfortunately, Gantt was denied due to an incomplete application according to the school's requirement of College Board test scores. Since he was not the only one to be denied for that reason, the district courts ruled that he was not denied from Clemson on the basis of discrimination. After a few more attempts and denials, Harvey Gantt was finally admitted to Clemson in 1963, making him the first African American student in Clemson history. Harvey Gantt's story is remembered through Clemson from the historical marker that stands proudly in front of Tillman Hall. The proudly standing marker gives a brief summary of Gantt's journey into acceptance at Clemson. Its prime location shows the maker's ethos claiming that the school wants everyone to read about this groundbreaking moment in the school's history. The marker displays both pathos and logos through the believed efforts of former President Robert C. Edwards as well as several leading businessmen behind the scenes working in getting Gantt accepted. This statement gives those reading it a sense of sympathy towards the school and that Clemson truly wanted Gantt enrolled as well as the understanding to why the process may have seemed so challenging. This marker wants its audience to believe that Clemson did whatever it could to accept Harvey during a period in history in which African Americans attending Southern state colleges was unheard of. While the marker may appear to make the university seem like a society that was ready to welcome Gantt with open arms, in actuality, the school greatly resisted this change and has only been proud of its decision due to its historical relevance in the nation's history. Clemson did whatever it could to deny Harvey from an education, even when he was more than qualified enough to attend. The school fought against Harvey in the district courts on multiple occasions and only allowed him acceptance after the court deemed that Clemson was in fact being discriminatory. To further my belief that Clemson did whatever in its power to refuse this change, I looked into Clemson's bitter in-state rival, the University of South Carolina, to see what similar challenges they faced during the same time period. In the same exact year, South Carolina also finally accepted Robert G. Anderson, Henry Monteith Treadwell, and James L. Solomon, Jr., three African American students, after years of pushback and legal fights. Harvey knew that the system was treating him unfairly solely on the basis of his skin color. However, the racist bias of his home state did not stop him from getting the education that he felt like he deserved. His faith in himself finally paid off after he got accepted into Clemson, completely changing the education in the state forever. Harvey graduated from Clemson with honors in 1965 and went on to MIT, where he earned a master's in city planning. Gantt then moved to Charlotte and worked within the city's government, eventually becoming mayor of the city, in which he served 2 terms. Although I do not believe that I have done anything near the magnitude of what Harvey did for Clemson, I feel as if we share the similar belief of faith for what we believe is right. I have gone out of my way this past year and encouraged some of my non-practicing Catholic friends here to attend Mass with me on Sunday. No matter how many times they would try to get out of it, every person that agreed to go ended up feeling like it was the right thing to do afterwards. Although I do not feel as if this marker displayed next to Tillman gives the complete truth behind Harvey's situation during the application process, it does recognize just how important he was to the past, present, and future of Clemson.